I think like in 50 years we're gonna be in like some sort of I love this place. And I hate to sound like these, black-eyed doomers that are nihilistic, but there is if it keeps going how it is with no restraints, there's gonna be some sort of corporate cyberpunk. It's just, there's gonna be some weird sort of like feudalism mixed with like a cyberpunk advanced society. I mean, I don't know how else, kind of how it is, how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse. Weird tech bros that are into just weird, like nerdy stuff, or like a dumb politician who wants us to get into war. You know what I mean? Because the tech bros they want us to like they want us to become like robot. Like they want us to they want like singularity. They want us to become one with AI and then go cyborg and have robot bodies with a
Yeah.
robot brain. And it's like, is
Some
that
part
who
of me
you want?
thinks
Like, what were we saying?
part of me thinks that I don't believe this. It's just a thought I have from time to time because I hate war. And I'm like, if we have to be engaged in a small time war at all times because we're an empire, or we have to go into this transhumanism thing, it might be better to just be in a small scale war at time. I'm not talking about Iraq or Afghanistan, but we all know why these things have to happen, with all the companies that need to get paid and everything, especially in the defense industry. But
Yeah, dude,
I don't know.
the demons need sacrifices.
They require souls.
They do require souls, dude. Did you hear about CERN? You know CERN?
No, what is that?
CERN is the Hadron. I think I pronounced that right. The Hadron Collider.
This sounds familiar.
Have you heard about that?
I don't know.
So there's CERN. It's a Hadron Collider. Basically, they're trying to recreate the events of the Big Bang. God only knows why. And it's miles long and it's one big loop. And it's these tubes that they have underground, and they basically send particles. I think it's particles or atoms, and they send it through the tube at opposite directions. And then they have them just run into each other, and they're just doing science experiments. I don't know what they're actually doing, but people think like they're opening up portals to hell.
Oh my God.
And so I got a buddy who's into that kind of stuff, and he's like, dude, did you hear that they turned off CERN? And he goes, bro, every time they turn it off, he goes, it's every 4 years, every time.
Yeah, that's when it gets too crazy for me. When they start talking about the chemtrails, which there's a lot of truth behind all these things. It's just kind of misleading sometimes. But I can't constantly wake up to lizard people and chemtrails. It's like a very dark place to go to. But yeah, I think these rich people, maybe it's like, how when people get rich, they start buying like tigers and just weird things like an aquarium. Maybe the tech guys, they get bored and they're like, well, we're just going to play with the laws of nature and try to open up portals and talk to like demons. Maybe that's their fun of buying a tiger, or having an aquarium.
Dude, I think that's what AI is for these guys. I truly think so. Like, like the concept that people, they think like AI will eventually become like self-aware, like AGI, artificial general intelligence, and then ASI, artificial super intelligence, like where AGI would be like, it's as smart as us, it's conscious. And then ASI is when it like improves upon itself and it's super intelligence. It's beyond our intelligence. It's beyond what we could comprehend. I truly think these tech pros, like they think like magic is going to come out of a black box. Basically, like they think if they put enough computer chips and give it enough power that this AI will become sentient. It's going to just, it's like it's the philosophy behind evolution, the core of evolution. Because like there's truth in evolution, but like the core theory behind like evolution is that, out of nothing comes something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so these AI guys think the same thing, where they're like, if we just throw enough money and enough power and electricity and computer chips at this AI thing, that it will become eventually self-aware. And it's like, you're only going to get out of that what you put in. And the only thing you've given this thing is AI, is just slop from the internet. These AI systems are trained on everything on the internet, and it updates itself over things on the internet like Reddit forums, social media posts. The internet constantly leans negative, right? So they're constantly having to like retrain these AIs, these LLMs, to basically not like There were therapists that did interviews with like I think it was Claude, which is like Anthropic, because there's like Grok, which is SpaceX, there's Gemini, which is Google, there's ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, and then there's Claude, which is Anthropic. And so I think there were therapists that did studies to try and get like a personality test from Claude, which is a very top AI. And they were basically saying these things are like they're almost like suicidal. They're super sensitive. They're high in like trait negative emotions.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, well, yeah, because you've trained it on people on Reddit, and those people aren't like if you're posting on Reddit, people just S post on Reddit where it's just like the same thing with like not going to go back to GTA, but people talking about GTA, oh, it's $80 or it's $100, it's too expensive, and everyone always has something to say, everyone always has a comment, and it's just negative. And then you train a supercomputer on everything that these, no offense, but a lot of these people are just not well informed. They're idiots. And it's just negative. It's just negative content. And the tech bros are like, I think they think that God's going to come out of this box. And it's kind of, it's a weird philosophy. I don't know what your take is on that.
I think maybe what this place needs is Ultron. And that's kind of where it's hitting. Maybe we need an Ultron to come in. When Ultron woke up and he's like, no, this is wrong. And he's looking at famine and just all the murders and everything. He's like, no. What you described sounds like Ultron. And maybe this place needs a good nuke or a good Ultron. I'm constantly in between. We have to save humanity and we have to end it depending on how the day is going. That's kind of how I am.